Today we're making scallion oil. Why? Because then we can do this, and this, and even this. If you think that it's a complicated process that you can brag to your friends about, I hate to curb your enthusiasm. You can still brag, but scallion oil only takes 5 minutes. I have one bunch of scallions here. Let's trim the dry ends off and cut about 5 inches of the green part off. That's the part we'll be using for the oil. For all you bakers out there, I'm using 60 grams of scallions, but the exact amount is not important. I could have done it with half that amount. Bring a pot of heavily salted water to a boil and throw in your scallions. This will get rid of some of their water and bite and set the color. After 30 seconds, remove them to ice water to stop the cooking and cool off for a few minutes. Squeeze them dry and dry thoroughly on paper towels. I'll use grapeseed oil, but you can use any neutral oil, safflower, canola, vegetable. I would advise against extra virgin olive oil. The aggressive mechanical action of the blender makes it bitter. Pour enough oil into the blender to cover the blade. For my blender, it's about 2/3 of a cup. Add your scallions and turn the blender on low speed. Gradually increase the speed and puree until bright green and smooth. 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the blender. And yes, you can make it with an immersion blender too. I haven't strained my oil ever since I got my beloved Vitamix, but I'll show you how to do it in case you don't have a high-speed blender. Use a fine mesh strainer and force the oil through with a ladle. I don't know why recipes tell you to use a rubber spatula. A ladle is so much faster because its shape fits the strainer. Season your oil with salt to taste and mix well. The scallion puree tends to separate and sink to the bottom, so stir well before each use. Keep in the fridge for up to 4 days, or freeze in small containers so that you can defrost a little portion whenever you need it. To plate, take a bit on a spoon and drag it quickly through a plate. Remember those leftover white parts of scallions? I grilled them, chopped them up, and put them together with radishes to make a little salad. This would be a nice little appetizer, but if we top it with a piece of seared fish, we've got an entree. And it only took 20 minutes, so Rachel Ray would be proud. Here is another idea. A quinoa cake with scallion oil, Greek yogurt. I used creme fraiche because I ran out of yogurt, but yogurt works better. Barberries and pomegranate molasses. And maybe just a bit more scallion oil because I'm having so much fun with it. Your vegetarian friends will love you forever. And for a complete show-stopping pièce de résistance, let's start with a bit of creme fraiche, drizzle in some scallion oil. Don't linger, move that spoon quickly to avoid a puddle. Channel your inner Jackson Pollock. A few rosettes of raw Arctic char, avocado slices, and more scallion oil. By the way, don't forget to season your fish with salt before rolling it up, and your avocado with salt and lime juice. Bland food sucks, no matter how pretty. Some dill and chives, and you can be on MasterChef. And if Gordon Ramsay yells at you, squirt him with some scallion oil, to cool him off a bit. For more interesting things to drizzle on food and annoying people, don't forget to subscribe to Helen's Kitchen channel. And if you're ever in the Boston area, maybe I'll see you in one of my classes.